Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar Vibe. Let's lower the volume. I think that's better. Let me know if I need to change anything with the volume settings. I think we're at a good volume setting where we're at. This game is in the same vein as games like Hazy Mine, Surrogate, Reflexia, Eye of Saturine. Looking up, I see only a ceiling. Milk inside of a bag of milk inside of a bag of milk. And milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. Makes more sense if you're familiar with those games. Also, I think it's like Bring Me That Shawarma or something. So, this is in that same style of game. I'm glad I've met you. You're the most wonderful person I've ever known. If you hadn't come to this club, we wouldn't have gotten to know each other. I wouldn't have gotten to know you. Now, I don't want to let you go. Let's always stay friends from now on. Promise me. I promise. Let's never ever leave each other, okay? Together forever. 7:30. Okay? Sleepyhead. Come on, wake up. It's the first day of your new school. Lunar. Hey, Sleepyhead. Wake up. We're going to have so much fun together. Are you awake? Hurry up. You'll be late on your very first day. Okay. I'm coming, Mom. I'm coming. Hurry up. Breakfast is ready. I was having such a good dream, and I ended up waking up right in the middle of it. Here we go again, starting another boring day. And there's school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to study. I wish I never woke up. All day, I just want to sleep all day. My dreams are so much more fun. My mom and father are forcing me to go to school, however. Where are my socks? Mom, did you see my socks? Check your room. Where did you last put them? Ah, yes, thank you, Mom. You're as helpful as always. Where are these socks? Oh, I have to actually search. Oh. Why was it under the keyboard? There it is. Socks found. Come on, aren't you ready yet? Okay, Mom, coming. Wonder if I had taken longer to... You're late. Always the same thing. I'm sorry, Mom. You never leave your room all day. Don't you have any friends? Allergic to friends. Why? Isn't that girl you keep talking about your friend? No. I would never be friends with her. The neighbors would keep asking about you. Why don't you play with them? Neighbor kids, okay. You can still play with them. And what would I play with them, Mom? Let's tie them to the tree and torture methods all online me? Never. You were such a polite child when you were little. You always smiled. You were cheerful. What do you mean by when I was little, Mom? When I was 2 years old? Mom. Yes, I'm listening. Today I had a really nice dream. I joined a Mason club at my new school. I had so much fun. What kind of club was it? Sure, why not swimming pool? When I was young, I won a swimming competition and got a medal. You can try your luck too, you know. What else did you see in your dream? Can't remember. I think there was a girl. I forgot, but it was so much fun. I believe you will definitely make friends at your new school. I hope so. We don't have many places left to go now. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to be like this. I'm leaving. Be careful, okay? Don't get any fights with anyone. Okay, I promise. I have 10 minutes. I already feel so tired. It just won't switch to green. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Be green already. Actually, the journey to school isn't that bad. I don't have to converse with anyone. I wish I didn't forget my headphones. Walking without music is straight up torture. I get more bored with each step, and the light still won't turn green. Come on, switch already. I think last time I actually walked with music was like a decade ago. I had a little MP3 player with 45 songs on it. But yeah, anytime I'm on the bike trail, I'm pretty much just... my phone's off just about the entire time. I mean, I can turn it off if I need it, but for the most part, I'm pretty much just out there in the sounds of nature. Though probably should never go for a 23-mile walk again. I was kind of dying on the way back, and that's not even an exaggeration. I was literally very dehydrated and got very badly sunburnt. And kept pretty much, well, limping on the way back and passing out. By the way, it's not broken or anything. But I stubbed my foot on one of my iron dumbbells. It's fine, nothing's broken, just the middle toe of my right foot's a little swollen and slightly purple. So, ow. Also, my back's been hurting. Probably because I'm so lazy. Wonder if it's broken. I didn't realize the streets would be so boring. Really? I'm going shopping this weekend too. I want to see that report on my desk by noon. Did you see the new movie? They say the director made it without using any special effects. Oh yeah, Deadpool 3 is coming out in like a couple weeks ago. That'd be cool. People keep walking into me. Don't they see me? Actually, I'm not real. Ha 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 ha. There's so much noise I can't even hear my own voice. People at school make fun of me and cast me out. Then I end up being the one blamed. It's not fair. Finally, the green light is on. I have 8 minutes left. Oh, I have no other choice other than just go to school. Guys, remember there's a French band called Air. It's got some songs called Cherry Blossom Girl and Alone in Kyoto. Pretty good songs. No, the bell rang. I'm late. Well, we might as well just go home. Now everyone will laugh at me on the very first day. It's always the same. I wish I had never left home. Oh, I'm supposed to do something. Okay. What am I going to say? A teacher asked if I'm late. Hey, sorry I'm late. It's a new rap. Yeah, wasn't really sure how to get here. I got a little lost in traffic. So, yeah. At least now I know the good way to get here. I need to come up with an excuse. I didn't get a chance to read that. Can I go back? I didn't get to read it. Damn it. I was just... Can I go back? I didn't even get to see what the other options were. I just clicked to try to get to the next spot and to read it, and then all of a sudden it's a question, and it counted as a double click. Well, I guess we're locked into this path. Can I just go backwards and say, like, no, this is... Can I... Because I don't have the choice to say anything else. Can I just go back? What was the last... Of course, we don't have any saves. I guess I have no choice but to do this. Oh, I just quit. Again, why is the X button confirm? Okay, where's my autosave that got me at? Okay, perfect. Okay, I just gotta be careful. It's just like, okay, I'm pushing the button, try to go to the next thing, and it's just like, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. When it stopped and there was nothing below, it made me think that, okay, I have to push the button again in order to... Again, this isn't necessary. You don't be like, oh yeah, I was up watching hentai all night. No. You just go like, hi teach, Actually, you'd probably just go like, you just go in and you be nonchalant about it, okay? You just walk in through the door, like, hey, sorry I'm late, and you just sit down, and that's it. If the teacher asks anything, hey, why were you late? I'm like, I just moved here and I got lost on the way here. My bad. That's it. That's all you got to do. And technically, that's still honest. Finish the whole season. Yeah, honestly, it is the best. Where was my classroom? All the corridors are the same. It's really hard to find anything. I'm so excited. I get nauseous when I get too excited. I think I'm going to throw up. Why is that all colorful, though? It's so empty and quiet. I'm scared. Eh. No, I got this. Things will be different this time. I think my classroom was the end of this corridor. The teacher hasn't arrived. I'm so like, you. Everyone is looking at me. Are they laughing at me for late? Yeah, they probably don't give a shit. They're just like, if anything, they're like, hey, oh, there's somebody still coming. They probably weren't expecting anybody. They might think, because they hear, like, here's the teacher isn't there yet, right? So they're expecting the next person through the door to be the teacher. So they looked at the door, looking at me, like, oh, the teacher's here. I'm like, oh, it's not the teacher. Who is that? And then it's just normal human curiosity. They're like, hey, who is this? And usually if there are people that have been there for this school for multiple years, they're like, okay, we all know each other from last year. Who's this new person? It's just curiosity. You just go and like, hey, let's see the teacher isn't in yet. I'm going to go grab my seat. Cool hair, by the way, Mangan. No, nobody's laughing. This is even worse. We'll try to be sociable. Hello. Nice to meet you. I better take my seat now. Hey, where do you think you're going? Stop. Who are you? Are you a new student or something? Yeah, of course I'm a new student. Why else would I be here? What other reason would I have for being here? Like, oh, are you a new student? I mean, I understand you're asking that, but it's like, what's the point of asking that question? Like, the normal response you should have in this situation is, hey, you weren't here last year. You must have moved from someplace else. What city are you from? If you don't mind me asking. You know, you don't act like, oh, what? Like, what? Do you think I'm not a student? I just like showed up. Like I'm here to steal all the school pizza. Yeah, so just transfer to school. I don't care where you're from. Why were you late? Watched some anime all night. It was about people playing demons. One day I'll grow up, I'll slay demons. That's sounds kind of meant. I mean, we can play this off. I mean, depending on how we phrase this, I mean, not phrase. It's pretty clearly how it's phrased. You know, again, I could have just said, "Hey, I transferred here. It was a new path. I wasn't really sure how I was going to get here. I got a little lost. My bad." But even the anime, like, yeah, watched the anime. It was cool. Got a little caught up, and I couldn't really get to sleep very well, so I figured, okay, I was already laying in bed, tossed and turning. I got up, watched a couple more episodes, drank a little milk, and then eventually got to sleep. Maybe I can try some sort of like tea or something to help me get to sleep. You know? But the saying, one day when I grow up, I'll slay demons too. Okay, depending on how we do this in terms of body language and the way we talk, either we'll do this like, you know, one day I'll grow up, I'll slay demons too. And just get a little coy little smile and like play it off like it's not a big deal. And then sit down. You know, it's the idea, okay, the person's being a little bit of a jokester about it. Like, whatever. Humor may fall flat, but it's still clearly humor. On the other hand, depending on how you phrase this could make you seem like you're possibly a serial killer. That's the stupidest excuse I've ever heard. Okay, he laughed. Okay, so it worked. I did manage to get a laugh out of the person. My name's Ruji, but you can call me Prez. That's what everyone here calls me. I'll let it slide this time, but don't you dare be late again. You can sit in the empty seat over there. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry. Mr. Davis. We have a new student in class. Okay. Who is that? Be quiet. Be quiet. I don't know, I had a 7th grade math teacher. He didn't like when people yawned in class. take a crowbar and bash it against a brick wall anytime anybody yawned, because that was disrespectful to math. I feel he was probably a little bit insane. Then, let's see. The 8th grade history teacher kept trying to, date the students. And the 7th grade science teacher was allergic to soap and deodorant, and kept a 24-pack of warm soda next to his desk for him to drink as he taught about the structure of microbiology. Yes, it smelled really bad in that classroom. That's one thing I've never understood. I don't understand like why people would want to smell bad. Because I'll tell you this, I like to smell good. I've never been to an anime convention, but like I take 15 showers a week. I like to smell nice. Would you like to introduce yourself? Hello, my name is Lunar. Don't you have anything else to say? I guess he doesn't know how to talk. What are your hobbies? Yeah. Fighting anime. Sounds nice. Alright, my name is Arthur Vasily Davis. I'll be your math teacher. Take your seat. It's like he's like secretly a fan of Baki the Grappler. Let's continue with the lesson. Where were we? Page 89, sir. What the fuck? I mean, realistically, it's okay, what is that number? 12 million? Okay, I'd say it's probably... $42 million. This has got to be a daydream. Yes, I get it. But the funny thing is this. I actually, when I went through school, I graduated with an honors diploma. Had a 4.0, straight A's. Took calculus, physics, chemistry. I don't remember any of that shit. You do not belong here. That being said, at the end of the day, I still just work in factories and manual labor jobs and stuff like that. I don't even know who's talking to me. I don't know what's happening. Then again, this is still pretty accurate summation of my normal mental state, so I don't know what's happening. That's honestly an accurate statement of every day of the entire fucking universe. Okay. Not sure which letter G was the correct one. Oh, we have like... I can't remember what that's called. I remember doing tons and tons and tons of those in school. The quadratic equation, if I remember right. The exams are approaching, so make sure to do your homework. It was just a dream. Sir, you give us too much homework. No use complaining. You're dismissed. Lunar, come here. Yes, sir. It's probably noticeable that I kind of fell asleep. You slept the whole class. Are you okay? Well, you're at least being polite about it. Thank you, I appreciate that. I value courtesy in people. I am sorry I slept in your class. At the very least, I should be well rested to focus on that homework, sir. I don't know, does it count as not feeling well if that's just your normal fucking state of being? Why? Alright then. If you need anything, you can tell me, okay? Don't forget to do your homework. Thank you, and I'll keep that in mind. You have a good day, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. My new school seems a bit smaller, but I like it. I wonder if the club I saw in my dream exists here too. That voice sounds familiar. Hello! How are you? It's been a long time. How do I minimize the... Because I tried pushing buttons earlier to... Maybe it's in settings? Guide? Z is backlog, C, clear backlog, V, skip. How do I... Can I... Let's do a save. Nah, we don't need to do a save. How do I... Because I figured if we push the H button to hide. So I want to like figure out how to hide the... What's this? What does that do? What happened? Okay, let's figure out what that backlog is. Okay, I must have accidentally clicked on, escape button? Nope, okay. How do I press Z again? I was trying to figure out how to, like, make this bar go away. Okay, maybe that made it where I couldn't... Maybe it's supposed to be an auto thing? After you went to... Okay, I can't read that fast. Let's just turn that off. After you went away, I also chose transfer here. What a coincidence, right? That's not a coincidence. Please just leave me alone. I'm tired of your behavior. Please stop bothering me. Okay, so this person has not been very nice to us. I was just trying to protect you. What? Is that what you call protection? Stealing and burning all the girls' clothes to the locker room? No, I don't want to see you anymore. At this rate, I'll end up having to move overseas. But knowing Laura, she'll just hop on a plane and keep following me. I have to find a way to get rid of this girl. Look around the school. Go inside the school, take a look around. Maybe I'll run into someone. I need to find someone who can help me. There are posters of clubs on that bulletin board. I might find someone in a club. Let's see if there's a club that suits me. Book club, swim club, music club, art club. Let's go swim club. Do you really want to swim first? Hello, welcome. Again, I know that this is odd, but like the first thing upon seeing her that I want to do is, I mean, at least it's a very low opacity, very transparent bar. I like... I haven't been swimming in like a decade. I probably wouldn't be able to swim very much anymore. I'd probably just do like the freaking doggy paddle stuff. I used to be a certified lifeguard. I used to be able to swim a mile straight without stopping. I used to, like, I remember one point there was a test, is like you had to like swim down like 18 or something feet deep to get like a small little 1 pound lit up weight. but they didn't have it that day, so I swam down and I lifted a fucking cinder block from 20 feet down. It's either 18 or 20 feet, but at that point, that's not much of a difference. Though I will say this, it was definitely a bit of a hassle to lift a cinder block from 18 to 20 feet down under the water and bring it to the surface. Also, there's various ways I've already explained in previous videos about how to properly rescue people that have, spinal injuries and such. And I explained things like how to jump into water and not have your head go under the water in previous videos. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to all of you, I'm very happy with the choice of... That being said, this is pretty cool about having the pool, though. I don't know if there was any schools, even anywhere near my area, that had pools in the actual school building. Because I'll tell you this. In my entire, I don't think I've ever seen a school with an actual pool inside of it. It's just not something common. I would say it's probably a bit for rich people to have pools in their schools. But then again, I don't think I'd want to go to a pool anymore just because I'm fat. And like I said, I'm 5'11" and I'm 215 pounds. And I have never had a six-pack in my life. And I am not succeeding at being athletic. So basically, the best way to put it is this. I like the view I have right now, but I would like it if I was also a nice view. If I was... here's the thing. If I was at a pool and I had a six-pack and I was athletic and slim and people were checking me out, I would be perfectly okay with that. As long as it's them looking at me actually, thinking I'm attractive. As opposed to how fat and ugly I am. So, just saying, I wouldn't mind being ogled. Provided I was actually pleasant to look at. Well, we went from horny to just very depressed. Hello. I saw your poster. I wanted to learn how to swim. That being said, I'll tell you this. If I was at a school that had a pool, and two, I wasn't as chubby as I am. Heck, I remember being, in school... I remember being 5'11" and 160 pounds. Granted, I still didn't have a six-pack, but I wasn't, fat. But at the very least, I'm so fucking buoyant now I'll never fucking drown. There's a silver lining and everything. Then again, you can't drown if you're too fat and ugly to bother going to a pool to begin with, so... Main point being is this. If I hadn't... Also, provided I was younger, but... I'm just saying, if I was at a school that actually had a pool, and I didn't have a situation with other people bullying me, and I wasn't, unpleasant to look at, then yeah, I'd absolutely be just hopping in the pool and just enjoying a good swim, and I'd be having a lot of fun. But plus, since we're indoors, I probably wouldn't get terrible sunburns. Sunblock. I need to use more of that. You've come to the right place. What's your name? Lunar. I'm Beatrice. I'm the captain of the swimming team. Welcome. How well can you swim? Not very well. I went swimming a few times on vacation with family. Other than that, I've hardly ever been to a pool. Why is that? Physical activity and swimming make your body feel great. I make a point of exercising regularly. I didn't get a chance to read that. I don't know what I said. Thank you very much. What did I even say? Yeah, I can see that you actually really. You know, to be fair, that's actually probably what I've actually said. And I'm glad she responded well to that. But yeah, I can definitely see she does exercise regularly. Hopefully my stalker doesn't murder her. You're cute too. Words that I've never heard in my fucking life. That being said, thank you. This is going nice. It's almost making me wonder what genre game I'm playing. Wait, did she just call me cute? If you had to come to the club earlier, we'd have gone to the pool together. I can't believe it. She wants to swim with me. I'm new to this school. That's why I couldn't come earlier. Really? I don't know. Which school did you come from? SH High School. A friend of mine also goes there. She says it's a very nice place. Why did you come to this school? The teachers here are better. I don't know. I think they lied to you about that. Why is that? The math teacher is always late for class. And the English teacher always makes us write up nonsense. The teachers of the other subjects are just average. Oh, I see. Then I came for nothing. Don't say that. If you hadn't come to this school, you and me wouldn't have met. Yay! I don't know. If you guys could see anime hearts next to somebody's head when they're actually thinking positive things about you, would you want to see that? Because that would also mean that, you'd see skulls or other emojis depending on the mood. This girl is starting to mess with my head. About you learning to swim, did you bring your swimming clothes? No, I probably did not bring some clothes, and the comment messing with my head probably means that I'm probably getting lightheaded from, the social interaction, which is understandable. I mean, one, it's a very stimulating view. Plus, it's just generally nice to talk to people. Also, someone called me cute. Yay! I think that's a sign of the end of the world, though. I think that it was written about in the Book of Revelations. So, yeah. Yes, I did. I'll go change. Okay, I'll wait for you. I'll show you some swimming techniques. So does the heart imply that there was an inflection on the way she said that? I do like the hearts being drawn there. I know some very nice techniques. Yeah, I mean, there's the backstroke, front stroke. There's the sort of like a cherry picker sort of thing. It's a thing you do a side stroke, but you're moving your arms in a C pattern. But I feel like I'm gonna go get changed and I'm gonna come back and she's gonna be dead, and it's a bit of a horror game. I'll be right back. Well, I like this. And yes, I like the athletic body. Yes, I like the boobs. Yes, I like the cute face. But honestly, I like the blushing and the smiling and the eyes and the hearts the best. Also, her hair looks really nice. And her skin is really nice too. I'm probably making the developer of this game uncomfortable. He's like, Lunar, please. I drew these characters. Please stop being so horny over the characters. And I'm like, no. I will play your game with an erection. Oops, I think I shouted. So this is the locker room. Eek! Don't... What? If your girlfriend were to see us... Okay, so somebody's cheating on somebody. Well, that's not nice, but it's not any of my business. Don't worry, Beatrice is outside. She won't notice us. Hmm. So I assume I'm in the boys' locker room, and this guy has invited a girl into the boys' locker room to cheat on his girlfriend, which is Beatrice. Which, okay. When are you going to break up with that girl? You're always hanging out with her these days. I'm a jealous girl, you know. How many times I gotta tell you, I can't break up with her right now. She's the most popular girl in school. What does that matter? You're not gonna leave me though, right? You know I can't resist you. Slam. God damn it, I closed the locker too hard. Who was there? Were you secretly No, I don't give a shit. I'm just getting changed. I don't care. Like, all I heard was something about you like the new Dragon Ball Daima that's coming out. That's good for you. I mean, I can't say I'm really all that excited for it. But, you know, I mean, if you watch it, let me know how it turns out. Maybe I'll check it out. Phew, I barely got out. That was exhausting. Wonder if he saw me. I am a ninja! Naruto powers activate. Hey, you look so tired already. Why are you out of breath? I don't know what I should do. I'm listening. Well... Oh, it's him. Why are you so fucking ripped, though? Jesus! Do you not eat food? I mean, maybe I just eat too much Dairy Queen. I like ice cream, okay? Hey, you there. Stay away from my girlfriend. Ryuji? Beatrice, I was gonna say. How dare you hit on my girlfriend, huh? Do you have a death wish? No, sweetie, you misunderstand. He wasn't hitting on me. I saw the way he looked at you. I wasn't hitting on her, Beatrice. You have to listen to me, Ryuji. How about you learn to swim? Did you bring your swim clothes? Ryuji, don't. I'd better run. He's coming toward me. What's happening? What is happening? What do you mean, run? I'm trying. Nothing I do reacts. The controller wasn't reacting. Am I dead? What the fuck are you doing? Was I not meant to escape? Don't get up so fast. You hurt yourself. Come rest some more. You were sleeping so peacefully. How did I get here? Oh, I'm sore all over. I told you, come over here and lie down. It's too dangerous to be in the same room with you. It's all that Blondie's fault. I'll show him. No, he didn't do anything. It's all my fault. You don't have to take all the blame. I'll take care of it. Never mind that. I'm craving some chicken soup. Could you make some for me so I can heal up quickly? Of course I could. I better flee home before she comes back. Oh, I'm so tired. Why is my life so difficult? Was it possible to escape that? Like, I was trying to move things in my controller and it wasn't responding. People my age spend time playing video games, have fun with their friends. They have no worries at all. But I constantly deal with stupid things. People getting mad at me for no reason. I'm tired of it all. Anyway, I should get some rest for today. What happened yesterday was so bad, or I'm so embarrassed. You're late for breakfast again. Okay, I'm coming. Are you feeling alright? Why do you ask? You look a bit off. Are you sick? Yesterday, did something happen to you? No, Mom, don't worry. Nothing bad happened. Sorry with someone, that's all. I told you need to get along with people. Why are you always like this? What about they never listen to me? Anyway, forget it, Mom. I'm leaving. Alright. Be careful on the way, okay? Okay, Mom. Bye. The weather is so nice today. Hello, how are you? Want to walk to class together? Never. Listen to me. I only want one thing from you. Leave me alone, please. Why are you interested in me when there are so many other people around? Because I love you, and you have to love me too. Don't ignore me. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. Someone notice me. Give me all your attention. You only belong to me. Don't ignore me. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. Someone notice me. Get your attention. I mean, there's other people. You're scaring me. One day you'll recognize my value. I'm sure of it. I mean, here's the thing. All in all, on face value, there's really nothing wrong with her. But the fact of the matter is this: her overly strong reaction to certain things, an obsessive nature. The problem with that is that's kind of a red flag that the person's going to be violent, and that's concerning. You're wasting time, other girls. They just want to use you. You should belong to me only. To me. I mean, kind of talking about like on property. This time I wasn't late, but going to school is so stressful. Alright, let's begin, everyone. I hope you all done your homework. I will check everyone's homework one by roll call. Oh no, I forgot to do my homework. I better do it fast before the teacher comes here. What is it, a mini game? Oh my fucking god. It's time. Find the one missing piece. Damn it. I am... It would have been faster just to guess. Everyone's like, you were talking earlier about how you were so good at school when you were younger, and yet you failed a simple fucking thing. Have a nice day, sir. Hello, Mr. Davis. There's something I want to talk about. I'm listening, Lunar. Is there a problem? A bit of a long story. It's difficult to explain. Girl before school. What do you mean? How was she bothering? Did she hurt you or something? No, she didn't fix me. She was driving everyone around me away. I think she was obsessed with me. Have you tried talking to her directly? Maybe if you asked her not to bother, she would understand. Yes, I've told her many times, but each time she would apologize and continue to do the same thing. Have you told your family that the family doesn't listen to me? Mom keeps telling me to make friends. She doesn't care about what I want. And my father, well, never mind. Because of her, the whole class turned against me. I had to change schools. It must have been a tough decision for you. Look at the bright side, Lunar. At least this girl can't bother you anymore. Actually, there's a problem. A big problem. The girl I met transferred to this school. Why? I don't know. Maybe she got expelled from the previous one. It's so funny. If this girl is bad, you say, then maybe she'll be expelled from here sooner or later, too. If there's any trouble again, I'll take the principal to our away. What was the girl's name? Laura. Do you know her last name? No, sir. I forgot her last name. I'll find Laura and talk to her. She'll leave you alone, okay? Okay. Thank you so much. No worries. Like I said, if you have any problems, you can come talk to me. You remind me of my own youth. School was difficult when I was young, too. How did you solve it? I started my own club, like math club or chess club. Something like that. It was probably an anime club. What happened then? Everything was fine at first, and I lost my enthusiasm. How did I dedicate myself to studies became a teacher? Funny, even after all these years, I still haven't achieved what I wanted. If I see Laura at school again, tell her to come to my office. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Okay. Need to find Laura and take her to the teacher. Where is this girl? Whenever I need her, she just disappears. She's not here either. She must have gone home. Got an idea. It's my chance. I'll go meet new people. This time, nobody can really relationships. I should go find a new club. So, is swim club not an option? Swim club is not an option. Let's go read books. Doki Doki Literature Club. Hello, is this Literature Club? The developers like Lunar. No matter how hard you stare, there are not going to be jiggle physics on those titties. I'm just saying, she looks cute. Welcome to the video where Lunar is horny for every girl he sees in the game. Yes, yes it is. So, how's it going? What? Do you just read books and stuff? Like, any suggestions? What are you reading? Do you mind if I go off and talk about some fan fictions and novels and light novels and mangas I like? Yes. Ah. Can I get some information? About what? The room's filled with information, you know? Hee hee. How about you? What kind of books do you like? Well, actually, I read quite a lot. It's a bit embarrassing. So I like all kinds of books, I mean. Dostoevsky's books are really good. I don't remember who that is, but it sounds familiar. I know I've heard that name before. I think that's a Russian author. I remember he's written quite a few books that were really well known. But I can't remember. But I remember they were good ones. I really can't focus on his works. Yes, understandable. You know, Russian classics can be quite... Go. What is how? I can't read that fast. Sorry, I can't read out loud like this. Orwell. Yeah. No, you're fine. I'm happy that you were so into what you were talking about, and I was doing my best to listen. It was just really fast and hard to concentrate. But I genuinely liked you talking about the books you like. I mean, yes, it's awesome that you were talking about it so passionately. You have stuff you're really into. That's cool. Just because I'm struggling to keep up doesn't mean I'm not enjoying the conversation. So yeah, you're definitely not boring me. I'm just a little bit lost at times, or easily distracted, but I am enjoying the conversation with you. It is nice. I'm enjoying talking to you. I guess that way no one joins the club. It just means it's nice and quiet here, and you and I can actually have a conversation. I can talk about maybe a few video games I think you would like. No, it's right. Even though I don't understand most of what you said, talking about what you love isn't bad. Yeah, I agree. I think it's awesome that she's so passionate about it. Granted, yeah, I might be a little lost on stuff, even with the fact that I'm kind of literary and stuff myself. That being said, even if I'm lost in the conversation, I mean, she's being courteous, she's wanting to talk to me, and she's wanting to share something she's into with me. You know, there's nothing bad occurring. It's just have a nice conversation. Yes, I might need like a GPS to keep where I am, but I'm enjoying the talk. Thou doth flatter me too much. Well, I don't know if I was really trying to flatter you, but if that's the way you take it, then I'm actually pleased at that, because I would like to flatter you. I've actually seen you before. You were running toward Mr. Davis's class. You ran past me, but don't look in my direction, so you didn't notice me. Really, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I was in a hurry, I was running late for class. No worries, I thought it was a bit absurd that you ran to math class. Why is that? Neighbor's always late. You were beating yourself up for nothing. Math teacher really gets on my nerves. He is completely oblivious to everything. What annoys you about him? He always late for class. He makes us wait, besides, math class is so boring. Still, there are reasons enough to hate him. In my opinion. Is there another reason, perhaps? Well, he always makes the exams so difficult. I have to study so much because of him that I don't have any time left for reading. Davis, that idiot. Ask for help. With what? There's a girl obsessed with me. Obsessed. Does she like you? How romantic. I could write a story about it. I can already visualize all the scenes. Were you about to write an Arrow manga about me? Honestly, I'm okay with that, but I'd rather, you know, you and me make the Arrow manga together. Everyone's like, you're terrible at drawing, Lunar. I'm like, I know. No. Well, yes, but it's just, it bothers me. Are you afraid of falling in love? It's like something out of a novel. How adorable. Never mind. Oh, by the way, I found a beautiful poetry book in the library. It's pretty much my go-to book to read now. I don't know who the author is, but their poems are really moving. Someone wrote it by hand and left it here. I memorized all their words. For example, the poem is really beautiful. I was young, lost in a world's vast maze, hid behind walls where shadows softly gaze. Aware of my solitude, in solitude I'd sway, lost in this counterfeit realm, night and day. I sought to fathom both feelings and souls, learn to fall, rise in the deepest of holes, and swore never again to shed sorrow's tolls. Yet within the turmoil my heart still strolls. I stand rooted in the same weary place, sinking in the quiet abyss, endless space. The only joy I can truly embrace are the mindless hues on the horizon's grace. Horizons. If there's no heaven to rest my weary soul, if no one knows me, my story left untold, how far can I wander without a goal, an endless journey without respite or parole? I burn like a fire fading into the night. In darkness I watch myself from a distant height. It's not me, it seems, with a smile so bright, yearning to find myself in this endless plight. I yearn to convey my innermost strife, words caught like needles, sharp in my life. How can I find myself in this endless strife, as my humanity slowly fades, a silent knife? That was beautiful. Do you have any idea who might have written it? No. I searched tirelessly for the author of these poems, but I haven't found any clues. Can I take a look at these writings? Of course. Book found! This is an intriguing book. What is all that noise? Is it them again? Wait here. Let me go warn that couple. They keep coming here and, doing bad things. By the way, what's your name? Lunar. I'm pleased to meet you. My name is Atomi. Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, Atomi. I'll be right back. Alright, I'll wait. Atomi is gone. I'll take a look at these poems. I was drowned in that blue, and no one comes to my rescue. She stole all my true feelings and world of no value. When did you steal my heart, my queen, with your hair's golden sheen, and your sweetness never seen when I was... Oh, I think she likes Beatrice. Okay. How do I go to the next page? How do I... Oh, I broke a word? Hidden letters? Art? Is this supposed to be an H? What letter is this? Art? Arthur. Arthur? Okay. Minecraft noises. Like glass, it all crashed by, vivid joy gone. No chance to deny, my mind replays each scene with a sharp cry. Repeating lines asking, why did I comply? For endless days I pondered your chase. Your smile's absence, my heart's cold embrace, haunted by memories of spectral disgrace, and sorrow's grip, seeking a desperate solace. Or solace, however you want. I think it's pronounced solace. I swear that name's familiar. Vasily. It's the math teacher? Where did she go? I guess she's still arguing with that couple. Maybe the math teacher isn't the author of these poems. After all, there could be many people named Arthur Vasily. Nope, I doubt that. I will wait for Hitomi. I'll wait for her. Hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's okay. There's a couple who come here all the time. They make a lot of noise. It's so fun to watch them. I mean, do you want to recreate what they were doing? But it's against the rules, so I went to warn them. Nothing else happened, don't worry. I mean, anyway, never mind. I'm so lost, but anyway. I need to tell you something. Admit that the poems belong to the math teacher. I think I knew who wrote this poetry book. What? Who? How? I noticed while reading the poems the author hid his name within the verses. Unbelievable. Let me see. But I don't see anything. How did you know? You can tell if you look closely. Some letters appear to be floating almost. Floating? I don't know. It looks normal to me. So tell me who wrote it. Arthur Vasily Davis, our math teacher. She did not like that. Wow. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. It's getting late. I should head home. Okay, later. Say drive safe. I don't think any of us have cars yet. See you. Did I say something wrong? Oh well. Tommy seems like a bit of a shy, introverted person, but she's so cute. I think we spend more time together. We get along well. Hello. Is it you again? What do you want this time? You were having fun inside without me. I was a little upset. Come on, why didn't you invite me? I thought we were friends. I need to go home. It's getting late. Wait. What's that book in your hand? Did that girl give it to you? Could you let go? You're hurting me. No, you're hurting me. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be friends with Otomi. You keep ruining my life. Let go of my harm now. No, you belong to me. Yeah, you run away in this situation. Because I'll say this. Even for as much of a lonely, desperate for affection person I am, I would not want somebody like that. Because usually a person like that will, well, be violent. And I do not want that. Running all the way home is so exhausting, Huff. I should exercise more. I don't really get the poetry, but Miss Davis writes beautiful. I wonder who he wrote them for. Oh my god, what is this? You read the poem. Did I even have a choice? I was young, lost in the world's vast maze, hid behind walls where shadows softly graze. Okay, I already read this one. What do you mean examine? What am I supposed to look for? So tired, I should probably get some sleep. Yesterday was really nice, except for Laura bothering me again. I can't wait to go to school. I never felt like this before. Right now, I feel truly happy. Hunter x Hunter Mob Psycho 100. Okay, we have an early bird today. Usually don't come out much later. Feeling pretty lively, plus I'm starving. Would you like a pork bun or a red bean bun? Red bean. I had a new friend yesterday. Her name is Satomi. She's probably dead now. She reads books all the time. Really happy for you. Swore you wouldn't make your friends this time either. You're paying attention to your classes, right? Here's the question. This face. I don't know if this is an insult to the developer, but she looks a lot like Laura. Then again, my first thing upon leaving my room at the start of this game was just immediately looking here, and then looking here, and then looking here. But also, I'm just saying, she has a very similar face to Laura. Also, is this our math teacher? He looks very similar. Is he even alive? Is it a real person? Why is his literally just got a picture of sugar cubes? Got like no... Not even try to pretend it's healthy? Also, is this like... What, Simon Petrikov? You know, is this the Ice King from Adventure Time? Classes are boring, but yes. I'm paying attention. I need to get to school. I'm leaving now. Be careful on the way, okay? Okay, Mom. Oh, that went by like a flash. Okay. Hello, Laura. How are you? This is the first time you asked me how I was. I'm not doing well. Are you going to see her again? Right when I was starting to be happier, too. You should stop being friends with that girl. If you go on like this, you will lose me. What do you mean by that? But I know you'll make the right decision. Please. For my sake. What decision? Can I save? Yeah, I can save. We'll just make a quick save. Laura jealous Hitomi. So we seem to have made a path. Okay, choose Hitomi. I can be friends with whoever I want. I don't want to have to choose. You keep pushing away the people I care about. I understand. This is all stupid anyways. Thought you loved me. I better go. Wait. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh well. It's probably better for her to stay away from me. Yes, now I can live freely without a creep following me. Still, I don't know why, but I feel kind of sad. Anyway. Hi, Hitomi. What was that movement? Oh, it must have been her standing up. Oh, it's you. I didn't notice you entering. I got really into my book I'm reading. Hello, Hitomi. What were you reading? Hamlet. Such a gripping book. A prince trying to... I love reading Shakespeare. I'm out of breath. I agree with the stuff that I can't read out loud that quick. What do you mean, fight? Was that supposed to be intonation to me that you want to fuck him? And you were just trying to, like, keep PG-13? I think that's what we're going with there. I guess I rambled on too much, sorry. It's okay. I like listening to you. So smart. Like a walking library. Well, at least you took like a compliment. Thank you. Why did you suddenly leave yesterday? Are you okay? I hope I didn't say something to upset you. Well, it's just that I'm a bit depressed my favorite poems belong to that abominable math teacher. Truth be told, it's more mesmerizing when I didn't know who the author was. There was a mystery. Now the poems have become ordinary. I used to think about who the poems belong to every day, but now It doesn't really matter anymore. I didn't think you would feel this way. I'm sorry. I thought you would want to know who the poet was. I did, but secretly I enjoyed the constant search. Never mind, it's not important. This morning I came to the library early and was rummaging through the old clubhouse. And you won't believe what I found. And you were right, it's true. At first I couldn't recognize it, but one of the founders club is Mr. Davis. Look at this photo album. Photo album found. Daisy Buchanan. Yeah. And the girl next to him is our English teacher. Her hair was longer back then. Everything is starting to make more sense now. What do you mean? Once while in PE, I wanted to get away and read a book. But I read my book in the classroom. When I got back, I heard two people talking at my door. Miss Davis, Miss Daisy. Davis, English teacher around. Hello, Daisy. Have you finished grading papers? Yep, I finished early so I can go to the date. What date? Did you meet someone again? I met a lawyer while sitting at a cafe the other day. He was such a gentleman, he invited me to dinner. That's quite nice. Later, Miss Daisy left, and Mr. Davis stood alone. He looked upset. And I heard him say, "Damn it, why? Why not me? Why?" I mean, obviously, I understand where you come from, dude, but at this point, like, if you guys didn't hit it off in that first year, I mean, yeah, it's just not going to happen. Now, that being said, I mean, if in the future she's interested, cool, I guess, why not? But really, at that point, would you even want to date her anymore? Because at that point, she's already, like, decided that she didn't like you and would only want to be with you after, you know, there's nobody else. At that point, it's, I mean, kind of a, I mean, I know I have low self-esteem, but I think I at least have enough pride to not be that desperate. Just saying. You're better off just dropping that idea entirely about her and just, you know, hopefully meeting somebody else. But then again, I can also understand how difficult it is to actually meet anybody. So, but I'm just saying, this is not healthy, man. That's not healthy, and that's not really something anybody with dignity is going to do. Like, it's perhaps a bit cutting coming from me, but have a little bit more self-respect. She's obviously not into you, and if she ever is into you, it's literally just because she's bored of everyone else at this point, because she's had you as an option this whole time, and she has literally ignored you the whole time while dating other people. So, she just does not like you that way. So, better off meeting somebody else. That being said, I can totally understand how you feel, buddy. But yeah, there's better ways to do this. Then I accidentally hit my arm against the door, and the door opened, and I fell to the floor. Ow. Mr. Davis saw me and got really mad at me for using. Well, he probably felt really embarrassed. I mean, given that situation, if I was in the same circumstances, I would probably feel very embarrassed. Plus, I mean, given the circumstances, he was also already a little bit, well, emotionally upset over stuff. But again, he really shouldn't be thinking that way about her after all this time, because if it hasn't happened by then it's not going to happen, and if it ever does, it's not going to be a healthy relationship. I had never seen him that angry before. That's why he frightens me so much. Well, he just felt embarrassed. He probably doesn't hold a grudge on you at all. He was just probably like, felt really embarrassed and just felt upset that he felt a little humiliated. So that's why you're upset when you found out he was the author of the poems. Yes. But now I found out his photo album, it feels like the poems were written by this boy in the photo and not Mr. Davis. Imagining it that way makes it less infuriating. Well, that's an interesting story. Should we ask Miss Daisy? Show her this album? Why not ask Mr. Davis? Because he's weird. What if he gets angry at us again? Alright, let's talk to Miss Daisy then. Okay. Hi, dears. Did you want to tell me something? Okay, what is with the way that she's sitting on that desk? And my eyes went straight to the cleavage. Okay. Hello, miss. Can we talk to you for a second? I'm listening. We have a question about Mr. Davis. We found this yearbook at the Literature Club. Looks like it might belong to you. Aw, look at that. I'm reminded of my teenage years. We were in the Literature Club. Back then. Nostalgia. That was 34 years ago. How fucking old are you? Because I was looking at you and Mr. Davis, and I'm like, okay, you guys are new teachers. You basically went straight to college after school, and you came straight back to the school to start teaching. Like, I figured you guys were like 23. 34 years ago. And we're like, what, 17? And again, this is like Lunar saying, oh, I was so good at calculus and physics and chemistry back when I was in school. And now I'm like, okay, what's 34 plus 17? Okay, well, 44... 51. You guys are 51 years old. How are you 51? You are not drawn like a 51-year-old. Unless that brawl is like very supportive. Just saying. You are much too perky. In both personality and tits. Also the tone of your thighs. Or just the fact that you're so damn skinny. Or your face is drawn the way it is. And everyone's like, please, Lunar, stop complaining about the realism in a fucking anime drawing. I'm just saying, she is not drawn like a fucking 51-year-old. What do you mean 34 years ago? Like I said, you and Mr. Davis look like you're 20. You guys look like you're 23 years old, not 51, 52. Mr. Davis was Literature Club, right? There's a photo of him too. Yes, he was one of us. He was a very quiet person back then. He kept writing all the time. Doesn't really write anymore. Do you know why he stopped writing? Don't know. Suddenly he started to distance himself from me. In the club, he stopped writing poetry as well. I remember now. He had shown me one of his poems. It was very sweet. I guess the Literature Club was very popular back then. Yes, we had just started. People were interested, but we kind of fell apart. Why? Did you guys have a fight? Well, not exactly. I don't remember why, honey. It was a long time ago. Well, honestly, it's obvious that he had a very big crush on you, and you probably started dating someone, and then he just felt really sad, and he probably just, decided to just remove himself from a very painful situation. I think it started when a girl from the club went missing. I'm overthinking this. It's not like he would have killed somebody, okay? Mr. Davis isn't that kind of person. No one comes to our club either. Dears, I must go. It was nice reminiscing of old days. Yes, I met a very handsome doctor. We got a date. Thank you, Miss Stacy. Thank you, Miss Stacy. Good luck about the date. I wonder what they will do after the date. Oh. How are you 52? You were not drawn like a 52-year-old man. You were drawn like a 23-year-old. Oh, hey, where are you going? Our club room, sir. I heard you. Why are you angry about this? I mean, we didn't say anything that was rude. Heard you talking to Miss Daisy. We are sorry, sir. Please forgive us. The dummy Davis gets angry when I use drop. But then he does the same thing himself. Sorry, sir. No matter. Miss Daisy was telling the truth, but that's not the whole story, I'm afraid. The actual story started with me liking her. I mean, we kind of assumed that. I may have failed your math class, sir, about dice and geometry, but I could at least put 2 and 2 together. It was a beautiful month in spring, a long, long time ago, when I was about your age. I mean, I understand that it meant a lot to you back then, but this is... I feel like it would have been very emotionally healthy for you to have a new relationship since then. Then again, I understand nowadays things are a bit difficult. But here's the thing. You were back in the prime of your youth. Well before the whole pandemic stuff occurred. So the problems of being sociable shouldn't have existed back then. But I will say this, since the whole COVID pandemic, a lot of things have changed in society. Both in terms of family, friends, or just the way people are social in public, or even at jobs. But back then, you shouldn't have been struggling that much. I mean, you're tall, you're still skinny. I mean, you're not an elder tour. I mean, there should be no problem why you shouldn't be able to meet somebody. But I feel like you're, like, it'd be one thing if it was like something traumatizing. Or, somebody you had been with for years and years. But if you're talking this much about something with somebody that you never even got to first base with, it's kind of sad, and not in a way to insult you. I'm just saying, if I'm the one pitying you, because it is pity at this point. I'm like, it's not meant to be offensive. I'm not trying to be rude to you, sir. I mean, I don't want you to feel bad. Because, I mean, you shouldn't feel bad. But I think what I'm getting here is that it's noticeable that you do still feel bad about this. And it's concerning. So, I mean, maybe play some Super Mario World and then I would say hopefully meet somebody. I mean, heck, you look really good for a 52-year-old dude, so I think you should be fine meeting somebody. So, yeah, just focus on that, man. Just play some Super Mario World and then go meet somebody. Just make sure they, care about you and respect you. And I'm just saying, just don't go after the first person. Just try to have somebody nice, I guess. So I started writing poetry. I wrote pages and pages of it every day. Nothing wrong with that. It's good to have a way of expressing yourself. That's good. I'm just saying, maybe you shouldn't be hung up on something from 3.5 decades ago. Then I found out that Daisy and her friends were going to start a club, so I worked up the courage to join them. That's good. Good for you. First, everything was fine, but then I found out Daisy liked someone else. She had always ignored me anyway. Yeah, that sucks. It's not like we care anyway. Show early. I wish she'd stop talking so I could get back to reading. I mean, he's opening up about the stuff. I understand, but though it's kind of weird that you're opening up to your students. But then again, we did kind of stick our noses in the business. So honestly, the teacher can't be faulted for opening up about the stuff because honestly, we already stuck our noses into this business. So basically, we did the equivalent of asking him a question. He's just answering the question that we asked. That being said, buddy, I understand. This is good for you back then, but it's been 34 years. Have you not met any other people since then? Because, one, not only is that concerning, but also, if you got me worrying about you, then that's not good, man. Yeah. I wonder when the Silk songs come out. Can't wait to go home and play some games. Oh, because we're not even listening to him anymore. And then I said, that guy is not good. You don't understand me. And that's how I stopped writing poetry. Wait, I blinked out. What did you say? I better not nod and pretend I understood. Very sad story, sir. Yes, it is, kids. Yes, it is. Now I can go back to reading my book. Take care, kids. Don't forget to do your homework, Lunar. Hope your day goes well, sir. Okay, this seems like a perfectly okay interaction. I mean, honestly, it was not weird of him to explain that because we basically asked him a question and he was answering. So, I mean, he basically took 30 seconds to basically explain that, hey, yeah, I was in that literature club that you were asking her about. I had a crush on her. Then there was some guy who was fucking 6 other girls. And I was like, hey, you sure you want to date that? And it's like, person didn't care, and then, okay, at that point, you're like, okay, you let the person do what they want to do. You at least let them know what was happening. They don't care, whatever. They don't like you, then move on. It's not like you were actually in a relationship with this person. And it was really just an amount of, oh, you liked a person, and they didn't like you back. That's fine. Move on. I've been rejected by over 9,000 women in the course of my life. And heck, in general, my interactions with such have gone so poorly that in the future, I'm just going to be gay. It's like one day in the future, Lunar will have a Futanari girlfriend. Probably look like the girl on the screen, but with a duck. One day in the future, there'll be fan art of a girl holding a duck and it going quack, quack, quack. We solved the mystery of poems. Looks like Miss Daisy and Miss J had a quarrel when they were little. I wouldn't want to have a quarrel with you. Something similar happened in a book I read. The main character was always chasing a girl, and then he found out she was married. That book didn't end well. How would you not know? Because I'll tell you this. Yes, I've been rejected by a lot of women, but there were a lot of women that I was considering asking out that when I looked at their hands, I could see that there was a ring on their hand. So I didn't bother asking them out at all, because why on earth would I ask somebody out if they're already in a relationship? Heck, I remember one time I was at I think it was at Arby's a few months back, and there was a girl, she even admitted out loud that she's autistic and all that stuff, which again, I might be autistic too, I just don't know, I've never been really diagnosed or anything, so I don't know if there'd be a point to getting diagnosed. But anyway, she was really into anime, and me and her were talking. I think she was like 28 or 29 or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was a really nice conversation, we were both enjoying it. Then I asked her out. She was flattered, she even said she was flattered, but she said she was married. Also a lesbian. So she had a wife. She just wasn't wearing the ring because, work. Then I spent another 10-15 minutes talking to her about other anime that I think her and her wife would like. And in general, I still enjoyed the conversation. But I did get my hopes up just a little bit, up until the point of finding out that the person was already married. But even when I found out, okay, there's no possibility of romantic, then at the very least, hey, I'm still enjoying the conversation, and it's very rare that I, meet somebody that actually is into anime too, and I can talk to them. So, ahem. I would like to read a book. Do you have suggestions? Let me think. Actually, there is something, but I don't know if you'd like it. What is it about? The main character, who was dumped, tries to make her ex jealous by finding a boyfriend for show. To achieve this, she goes to the popular kids at school one by one, and interesting. What else? About a woman whose greatest dream is to become a taxi driver. She changes disguises to become a driver, and then the passengers, she sleeps with them. So what else do you recommend? Are there any action books? Why does this girl suggest such weird things? Yeah, I mean, a lot of books that are just novels for women are actually just straight up porn. They're just not full of pictures. Again, I don't mind that. I mean, technically the word for a fan fiction about anime that is erotic is called a lemon. Though if you buy a car from dealership and it's a piece of garbage, it's also called a lemon. Burn your house down with a combustible lemon. I got it. The high school loser wakes up one day to find himself in another universe. The Candy Kingdom. But a great danger is upon the Candy Kingdom. In order to save the world, the main character must find all the delicious girls in the kingdom and, I can definitely get behind this mindset. Everyone's like, now Lunar's just imagining having a girlfriend who looks and has the personality like this, but also has a cock and balls. Like I said, one day I'll have a Futanari girlfriend. And then I'll annoy all of you by talking about having a relationship. And everyone's like, you have to be sociable for that. I was like, yeah, I know. I've kind of just stopped. Also, trying to get work. I don't really get how that's action. Anyway, I guess I'll look at the book on the table. No, don't touch that. That's something I wrote. I don't want you to read it now. It's not finished yet. Did I just trade one yandere for another? Why did you panic so much? Well, then I'll look at this book here, The Sorrows of Young Werther. I recognize the name. Good choice. It's a very good book. Werther. Wait, why is your face red? What did you think of just now? Alas, the void, fearful void which I feel in my bosom. Am I supposed to be like moving this dot? What is this about? Am I supposed to be doing something? Sometimes I think if I could only once but press her to my heart, this dreadful void would be filled. I could tear open my bosom with vexation. To think how little we are capable of influencing the feelings of another. No one communicate to me those sensations of love, joy, rapture, and delight which I do not naturally possess, and through my heart, though my heart glow lively with affection, I cannot make the happiness of one in whom the same warmth is not inherent. Oftentimes I say to myself, thou alone art wretched. All other mortals are happy, none are as distressed like thee. Then I read a passage in an ancient poet, and I seem to understand my own heart. I have so much to endure. Have men before me ever been so wretched? The Sorrows of Young Werther. Do you like it? Yes, it was very nice. I don't really read many books, but this one was the best I've read. Right, I love reading old books. They capture the spirit of the period really well. I wish I was born in the 17th century. No, you do not. No, you do not. Things were harder, sure, but at least they would have meaning. Again, things have meaning if you choose them to have meaning. First off, being in the 1700s alone would have been terrible. George Washington was literally the President of the United States, and his own doctors killed him by giving him medicines to induce diarrhea and vomiting, thinking that, oh, we just have to rebalance the amount of phlegm in his system. And this is the doctors, who are the best of the best, treating the leader of the nation. Heck, even just 100 years ago, we'd be in an era without anime or video games, or air conditioning, or ice, or even television, or airplanes. Everyone just be in the middle of Europe dying in trench warfare. And everyone's like, well, people in the past were tougher back then. No, they weren't. People in the past were not tougher. You're comparing the Mike Tysons of the past. Okay? Because here's the thing. You look at the world population. For the most of human history, we stayed pretty much nothing. We had like 176 million people on the planet at the death of Christ. Okay? We did not even get up to 1 billion until like what? 30 years after the time period she's saying that she wanted to be at? Another 100 years, we're at 2 billion. And then we just fucking skyrocketed after World War II and population to over 8 billion. Granted, now we're facing a potential population collapse. But the point being is this. One, for every one Werther out there, there were 1 million people who would never even appreciated the beauty in those words for a fucking second. Not to mention this, again, it's not that people back then were tougher. It's that 90% of people just fucking straight up died just from existence. Let's be clear, if it wasn't for modern medicine, I would have died 100 times over. I had fucking Bell's palsy when I was 13. I've been hit by trucks multiple times. I have been almost isekai'd, and by almost, I mean the trucks actually did fucking hit me. I mean, I've gotten a dozen staples across the left side of my skull. I mean, I've been hit by a truck hard enough I couldn't move my left fucking arm. All my ribs are bruised. Just saying this. In the past, everyone just died. It's not that people were tougher. It's just that most people were just dead. All the people that were like me in the past would have just died as children. So it's not that the people in the past were tougher. It's that everyone who was average just dies unless they were lucky. So yeah, people of the past weren't tougher because most of the people that were even tougher than the average person nowadays just died. It was just that, things like penicillin and antibiotics didn't exist. And people were just very hateful. Now that being said, I can understand where you're coming from, Hitomi. The passion, the care that you see in those words, in that writing, it's wonderful. Heck, I'll say this, in general, the amount of interest or just kindness in terms of speech from you, Beatrice, or even Laura, are nice. Honestly, I would say this. On surface, Laura is not bad. The only thing I have a problem with her is just the way that she is in terms of being possessive. Because while I would want someone to like me and, desire me and find approval of me, I wouldn't want somebody who was fucking violent, and I wouldn't want somebody who sees me as their possession. And also, just because even if I were to have a girlfriend, doesn't mean I'm not allowed to talk to people. I would feel like I would still be able to hang out with Hitomi and Beatrice and have friends. Same way if I had a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, they can still have friends. It's just as long as people aren't having... Now, of course, is there a problem with that? Sometimes, yes. Because usually it's hard for people of, the disposition to naturally be attracted to each other, to spend time around each other and not have feelings develop. At the end of the day, it really just comes to an issue of having self-control and maturity and trusting one another. Simply put, if you're with somebody, you at least understand who they are as a person. Now that being said, in general, if I had a relationship going to this, I probably wouldn't want to really go out much. And even then, I probably wouldn't be talking this deeply with people. But at the end of the day, there's no problem with having a relationship and also making friends, as long as you are careful that you don't take it the next step or, give some misleading signals. But I'll say this, the passion that's in that man's writings, I can definitely understand. I like it. I like the poetry of old. But isn't it the best thing about modern day Hitomi? Is that we live in an era where we have access to thousands and thousands and thousands of years of the greatest writers in history, who even potentially wrote in languages that weren't even our own. And sometimes had to be translated to multiple languages before it came to be in English. But as far as things having meaning, it's really just your choice about things having meaning. I mean, at the end of the day is this. You probably feel things don't have meaning because you've encountered a lot of people who treated things very superfluously, who treated things as if they had no meaning. Because the same depth of emotion and care that you put to things, other people didn't even approach that even to 1,000th. And you feel disappointed and you feel let down and betrayed by that. And you feel as if the warmth and just, like you said, meaning that you search for in life you can't find. But that's just because usually something like that is kind of difficult to find. And usually in such a pursuit, you do tend to have a lot of time in solitude. That being said, yeah, you would have hated it past. We would all just be dead. There's a reason the human population didn't grow very fast until we had modern medicine. But main thing is this. Things have meaning if you give meaning to them. You just have to find someone who also values it as highly as you do. The problem is, such people like that tend to be very fragile, hidden, and basically have a heart made out of glass. And usually by the time you meet them, that glass has been shattered a few times, and it's probably missing a few pieces. So, I guess that's life. Now that everything is easy to reach, people take it for granted. I guess you're right. It's getting late. Yeah. I better go home. My mom will worry if I'm late. How lucky you have someone who cares about you. See you around. Do you not have a family? I feel bad for that. I'm sorry. Do either of us have cell phones? Do cell phones exist? What year is... I mean, there's a computer there, obviously. Okay, we should have cell phones. Cell phones existed before computers. At least in the regard that, the average person would have one. Plus, I can see the anime in the background, so it at least dates where we're at. The book I read of Tomy is very good. I should read more often. I didn't know a math teacher wrote poetry when he's young. Had a crush. I feel sorry for Miss Davis. He's still chasing the one he loves. I don't think he'll get Miss... Yeah, dude. You should have given up on that 33 years ago. I mean, yes. I feel for you on that. I understand where you're coming from. I understand. But, you were never in a relationship with this person. And you should have met other people. It's not like you live in 2024 where it's impossible to be sociable anymore. I wonder if Atomi has someone she likes. Atomi and me anyway. I feel strange. I wonder if there was something I was supposed to see in these highs. Hello, Lunar. How are you? I thought you were going to leave me alone. Wait, listen, please. I don't want to disturb you. I'm just scared. Of what? You're the only one I can trust. What on earth are you scared about? What are you talking about? What got you scared? Other day, someone sent a package to my house? Someone I don't know. Inside was a dead bunny? Okay, first off, my initial assumption, given my history review, is that you're lying, or that if there was a dead bunny, you killed it. However, there is a distinct possibility that every woman in this entire game is a yandere, and that somehow Atomi is jealous of you, since that's how I introduced things, that, and Atomi killed the bunny and said it to you. But then again, I feel like every amount of this entire scenario is just pure paranoia. My best situation in this situation is to say, that's horrible. Did you show your parents? Who would send you a bunny? Probably makes some passages in shipment or something. I know you're lying to try and get me to give you attention to you. No, I'm not lying. I'm serious. I have a bad feeling about this school. I have to go. If you're scared, go talk to the teacher. But I am leaving. Can you please move? Are you seriously going back to that girl? I think she's a pervert. Her imagination is gross. I told you to stay away from her, but you never listened to me. I mean, pervert's lost its meaning. Because here's the thing. Nowadays, pervert basically just straight up means, oh, it's someone who looks at hentai and shit. And I'll tell you this, I look at hentai all the time. The original meaning of pervert meant somebody who, did very bad things to people, like, forcing themselves on people, or corpses, or like infants. Heck, at one point it was used to refer to people that were gay. Just saying, depending on the time period and place you're at, it could refer to many different things. I mean, it could refer to just, some people use it as, oh, this person looks at hentai or has, normal human thoughts about sex. Like, oh, this person thinks about sex. Yeah, that's normal. You're supposed to think about sex. It's like, here's the thing. It's perfectly understandable that people would, like, obviously Atomi does think about sex a bit and read books about it, but honestly, I think that's normal. I mean, I'm pretty sure, granted, I'm more of a doujin person myself, but I've read, fan fictions that were like several hundred pages long that actually had legitimately, good stories that were also, hentai. And there were no pictures or anything. It was just words. Main point being is there's nothing wrong with her, having desires and thinking about sex or liking hentai. I mean, as long as she's not going to try to hurt anybody. What I do is none of your business. Hello? Kind of, what is happening? You're disgusting, Hitomi freak. What is happening? You can't read my writing without permission. Okay, what's going on? Stay out of this, new kid. Give me back my book. How many times did I tell you not to write perverted stuff like this? This is what happens when you don't need Prez's words. Make her pay, Prez. Now what kind of punishment should I give you, Hitomi? Okay, one, even if she wrote something that is even legitimately bad, it's her own private writing. Why are you reading somebody else's books? Two, I feel like you're more so just an abuse of, authority. I think you just, and also, what do you mean a punishment? Please. I have to do something. Whoa! That's... I mean... we could have just sternly said, for them to back off Hitomi and leave her alone. You shouldn't be reading her book. We don't need to scream at the top of our lungs that we're threatening to murder people. Jeez. What's the problem, new kid? Calm down. Okay, we were just kidding around. I'm tired of it. It's always the same thing, whoever goes to people like you have ruined my... am I having a mental breakdown? Alright, let's go. It's getting boring here. Also, Ryuichi, didn't you slam me into concrete a couple days ago at a pool? Didn't you run at me and shove me really hard? And I hit the ground? I mean, technically that could have killed me. Are we not going to acknowledge how you, shoved me onto cement? Snooki sits a little tense. Okay, that worked out. I expected different circumstances. I feel like that's not something that would be ever tolerated at a school. I got bullied a lot, and it's well, that was more so when younger. These guys are much, much older and different circumstances. Thank you for scaring them. You sounded pretty serious. Honestly, even I got a bit scared. Yeah, I wasn't sure what my character was going to do. I thought maybe I was going to pull out a knife and start stabbing people or something. That seemed a bit concerning. Don't worry, everything's fine. I got your book. What the hell is this? Did you write this? Yes, I wrote it for you. But it's not finished yet. I wanted to show it to you later. Okay, what? This is disgusting. This girl's really is perfect. These words. Okay, what did she write? Lunar threw himself into the street as soon as school was over, looking around with his usual cold stare. He was thinking again of the boy he had seen in gym class playing baseball. Seeing him sweat, watching him hit the ball, brought life back to Lunar. Okay, so you wrote a gay fan fiction about me. I don't mind. Granted, I was still pretty much 100% heterosexual until a few years after my divorce, but honestly, let's be clear. And way back when I considered myself absolutely completely straight, if there was a really cute girl I was getting along with that I was interested in dating and she was writing yaoi about me, I would not be offended, and I would still try to date her. While Lunar was thinking about this walking down the street, he suddenly came across him. Why do you write such things, Hitomi? You made up false stories about me? That's not very nice. Well, no, she didn't really make up a false story about me, because here's the thing. It would be not it wouldn't be very nice if she was publishing it. And also the fact that she was planning on showing it to me. Okay, so we're both autistic. Gotcha. Main point being is this. It's her own personal writing. It'd been one thing if she published it as a story in the school paper. That would have been a bit humiliating and slanderous and libel, and would perhaps ruin, personal reputations and make people kind of laughing stocks. But it's not like she did that. She was just writing it personally for herself and then to share to me. Honestly, I wouldn't be offended, and I would still want to try to have sex with her. Sorry, don't you like it? Librarian fight. I mean, on the one hand, I can say I do like the story. You were thinking about me enough to write a story. And it's not like you were going to publish it or anything. And you were specifically writing it for me. But don't get me wrong, I want to bang you. Granted, I am imagining Hitomi, as Futa, as I draw an imaginary dick and balls on where her skirt is. But yeah, I do like it. We could read it together, then have sex. I'm so glad to hear that. I have a very good idea for the continuation of this story. This time I'll send you to another planet. Purple Squid Kingdom. Oh, octopus. Tentacles. I have seen enough hentai to know where that is going. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I gotta go. Why? Where are you going? We haven't read the book together yet. Maybe we could read it together while you sit on my lap. My mom asked me for some milk. I need to buy some milk. I do remember there's a book called, not a book, a game. Milk outside of a bag of milk, outside of a bag of milk. And there's also milk inside of a bag of milk, inside of a bag of milk. Very good stories. Same, there's also Hazy Mind. There's Eye of Saturine. There's Reflexia. There's Looking Up, I See Only a Ceiling. But honestly, I'd be okay with this scenario. Okay, there's a cute girl who likes to read, who wants to spend time with me, who wants to share interests with me, and is writing fan fictions she's writing yaoi fan fictions of me, and she's also writing tentacle hentai fan fictions of me. Okay, let's read it together. You can sit on my lap while we read it together, then we can start making out. Can't you buy it later? No, buying milk can be very difficult task sometimes. I have to go now. I wonder if the developer of this game really, knew much about the, milk. Yeah. The girl on the screen is very pretty. I better not come here again. I'm okay with this. Summer break is still a long ways off. How am I going to survive until then? I guess I'll play some games to relax. Huh. Which game should I play? Doki Doki Club. Looks like a cute visual novel. 2D girls are easy to get along with. At least I can make a friend here. The club leader seems like a very nice girl. Let's download this right away. I'll probably fall asleep after playing a bit anyway. Probably. I would say if you're playing Doki Doki... What is happening? I would say if you're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, if it's your first time playing it, you probably will have... if you're only playing it an hour or so every night, your first few nights you'll probably go to bed perfectly fine. Because it takes 5 hours to get to any of the, music seems a bit off. Yeah? What's up, Dad? Are you asleep? I haven't told you the story yet. What? The rest of last week's story? No, I haven't slept yet. Want to hear the rest of the story? So is Nora my mom? Is the math teacher my... Ow, everywhere hurts. What is happening? Also, what the fuck is up with my desk? I see a little cactus plant, but I also see what looks like a pill bottle behind it. What kind of medication am I on? Also, why do I have two computer screens? Is one a television? Yeah, it's like they mentioned a girl went missing. Did Mr. Davis like kidnap some girl and then she's my mom but then why don't I remember any like what is happening? I'm just saying Nora does have like the same face as the mom character. And our math teacher seems to be the same silhouette as our father. Like, yes, they both have masculine frames. I didn't get much sleep last night. We just like open the windows and like the Burger King on fire. What is love? You guys remember Proton John? Or heck, what about Zentrea? It was a horrible experience. Lunar, are you awake? Come on, get up. Breakfast is ready. Okay, Mom, I'm coming. Are you okay, Lunar? You look paler than yesterday. I'm fine. Just not used to school yet. You play video games instead of sleep last night? Then you complain about being tired all day. What do games you have to do with anything, Mom? You can't bring up the same thing. Don't play too many games. Don't play too many games. I have no choice, Mom. These games are all I love. Come on, eat your food. I'm only thinking of your own good. I know, Mom. Sorry. Just can't get along with people these days. Maybe you just haven't met the right person yet. It's not like everyone has to get along with everyone, or after all. I'm leaving. Don't forget lunch. Watch what you wear. It's cold. How cold can it be? It's not snowing. I assume we're in Japan. Okay, Mom. I mean, as far as I understand, Japan is mostly the same as Ohio. Except, you know, maybe a little bit more earthquakes and tsunamis. And less tornadoes. I mean, it is mainly an island-type nation, whereas I'm more of a landlocked place with a giant lake to the above and a giant river to the bottom. So I know some places could be generally a little bit warmer than Ohio. But in general, like, we're relatively the same area in terms of it's longitude, right? I can't remember which one is longitude. There's longitude and latitude. Which one that has this? Basically, the one that shows like distance between you and the equator. Like I'm pretty sure Japan and Ohio are the same distance from the equator, just like different side of the planet. Been waiting, new kid. Hi, Ruji. Told you to call me Prez. You're not going to tell anyone about what you saw in the changing room the other day. That was like a week ago, dude. Besides, I don't remember anything. You knocked me over and hit my head on the fucking concrete. You tell anyone about this, you'll be sorry you came to school. Okay, otherwise I'll torture you every day. At torture point, you'll be too scared to take a shit. Dude, didn't I just run at you the other day threatening to like kill everyone? I feel... Also, what is with that, like, red thing over there? Is there a mushroom growing out of the girl's hair? You got it? Do you understand? I feel like I missed words. Okay. Got it? Then take your seat, good student. Don't talk to anyone, never. Go fuck yourself. Hi, Miss Daisy. Let's begin our lesson, dear. Today's topic is feelings. In English. To make your feelings clear, express yourself is very important, my dears. You should be able to communicate properly when you go abroad. In this lesson, everyone will write a paragraph about their thoughts. You can write whatever you want, make it entirely in English. And it can be about your day, your favorite cooking recipe, anything. All I ask you, express yourself well. Okay, dears, here, I'll pass your papers out. Well. Of course, Miss Daisy. Okay. Excuse me, did everyone hand in their papers? Yes, Nick. I collected all the papers, and you're off to go. Don't run too much. I'm tired. Lunar, can you come here, my dear? I want to tell you something, okay? Yes, ma'am. What's up? What's happening? Hello, dear. Don't worry. I wasn't going to say anything bad. I read what you wrote. It's a little interesting. You expressed your feelings and thoughts well. Thank you, ma'am. But what? Your writing is so somber. If something so bad happened, you can tell me, dear. Something bad? So if you have something on your mind, I'm all ears. Well, there is something. A memory I'd forgotten for a long time. It's starting to remember it again. First, it was very strange, as if the memory didn't belong to me at all. But as I recalled more, I didn't realize it was mine. I sometimes see it in my nightmares. Oh dear, what kind of memory? I mean, that's normal, right? I was very young, I used to play pretend as a pirate. I mean, this is a normal thing. I mean, doesn't everybody have this sort of experience as you get older? Or is it just me? Is it just me and the fictional character in this game? So I still feel like this is a normal thing that everyone goes through as they get older. And my best mate was Happy. I'd almost forgotten. I had a dog a long time ago. How cute. But every pirate needs a sword. How else would I be able to pillage villages? Pillage villages. That shouldn't be so hard to say. Then, I decided to sneak into my father's storeroom and make myself a sword. Okay, so we broke his fucking saw. And inside the storeroom, I noticed a box that looked like a treasure chest. I thought a good pirate should, of course, have a treasure chest, but it was too high up. I couldn't reach it, so I climbed onto a chair, but I could still barely reach it. Right as I reached it, there was an accident. I ended up falling off. My father doesn't usually speak to me, but he got really angry that day. I mean, he's probably worried about us. I remember waking up at the hospital afterwards. The doctors couldn't understand how I'd gotten so many injuries. They said a small fall like that could have caused so many injuries. So, did I, drop the chest on myself? That's a very sad memory, my dear. Now I see why you wrote those. Can you call your parents sometimes? I'd like to talk to them too, okay? Nah, you probably don't want to do that. Come on, you can go now. Let me know if you need anything else. Nope, I'm good. I haven't seen Laura today. Instant transmission! What the fuck just happened? Hello, isn't the weather nice? Want to go to the music park? Do we even have an music park around here? Can we even afford the music park? Where the hell did you come from? Music park, I'm not going anywhere with you. How can you invite me to hang out after all the trouble you caused me? It's very own good. Just look at what you wrote. I feel insecure, as if I've been left behind on a field trip. There is a burden I carry that I can't let go. I'm afraid to express my feelings and deepest thoughts in fear. 1, that's normal. Doesn't everyone feel that way? And 2, how did you read those? How did you get my paper? I'm moved. You wrote so beautifully. I wish you could speak to me so freely, too. 1, thank you. 2, I get easily embarrassed. Heck, IRL, I tend to be very stoic, and I do not talk about my feelings or thoughts, to the point that many people in real life have considered me to be a fucking robot and legitimately think I don't have emotions. When I actually have extremely strong emotions. Kind of the same thing, for pretty much my whole life, I pretty much cry every single fucking day of my life. I'll just lay in bed and just cry. My face will pretty much be drenched with tears from that. That being said, in real life, I don't cry in front of people. Unless something really, really bad has occurred. Simply put, you do not cry in front of people. Because usually, well, if you cry in front of people, then you get hit. Or people hate you. Also, in general, it's a very sensitive, personal thing to people, and just because I have those feelings doesn't mean I want to share them with people. Because it's, they're not just casual feelings. So, it's really important to me, and so it's not something I could easily share. But hey, I can annoy everyone as a waterfall of fucking information on the internet. Whether it's typing out a fucking so many thousands and thousands and thousands of words thing on my community post that I have to actually, cut and paste it into comments because it can't all fit into one community post. Or me occasionally just going off and just talking about whatever on a video because it at least feels less, depressing than just me pacing my living room and talking to myself, or getting lost in thoughts so much, talking to myself about stuff that bothers me, walking on a bike trail, that I accidentally walked so far that I went going for 23 fucking miles on a fucking bike trail, to the point that by the time I'm walking back, I'm badly sunburnt, I'm limping, and all I can think about is water as I'm basically dying of dehydration. There were sometimes I pretty much thought I was just going to pass out in the middle of that fucking path. I'm still pissed off at the fucking bicyclist. They were literally driving past me, hundreds of people, on fucking bicycles, Only person walking on the fucking bike trail. You see a dude limping. Looks like he's about to collapse. Is in visible pain. And you're driving past me on bicycles, and I can see 2 to 3 full things of extra large water bottles on your fucking things. And no one stops to ask me if I'm okay or offer me any water. Again, I understand. It's my fault for walking so far. It's my fault for not wearing sunblock. It's my fault for not bringing water. It's my fault for going for walks on a fucking bike trail. But I'm just saying, regardless of how much of a fucking failure I am at things, you think that people are like, hey, you look like you're dying. Would you like some water? Mister, I'm about to fucking collapse out of fucking dehydration. And I'll say this. On the surface, Laura is really nice. She's cute. Cute face, cute body. And well, in general, she is being nice to us. My only concern is that it's a bit much. And also there are concerns about the fact that, one, we do have prior information that she was harassing us in other schools, that she was being violent, and that she was also purposely trying to drive people away from us. So that is, like, obviously I would want someone who would care about me, and it's normal for somebody in a relationship to have a little bit of jealousy. But I wouldn't want someone to be fucking outright possessive or violent or treat me like I'm a fucking piece of property. You know, I'm just saying, I may be a little bit hyper vigilant in terms of perceiving potential threats, and it's just, I'm getting little sirens and alarm bells that are telling me that this person may try to hurt me. So on the one hand, yes, it's nice that this person wants to actually, you know, care. On the other hand, there are alarm bells about when the other shoe drops, or when, you know, the other hand shows itself with the knife. Because that's the thing about betrayal. Betrayal never comes from your enemies. That being said, I've had lots of enemies, and I've had lots of people who were people I thought I could trust, who betrayed me very, very badly. So, there are concerns. But yeah, my biggest thing is just the concern about her being violent, and I do not want to be around violence. Where did you get this? Did you steal it from the faculty office? I asked Miss Daisy. I was looking at my paper when I found yours on the floor. It was very rude to look at someone else writing on it, but I should give it back. Can't I keep it? Fine, you can have it. But I have one condition. Never show what I wrote to anyone. Don't worry, I'll never show what you wrote to anyone. So, are we going to the music part? It just opened. I really wanted to see it. Hello? I don't know what that says. Is that... I'm trying to look at it like maybe the lowercase t and the 1 formed together look like a different letter or something. But I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Am I passing out? Am I having a stroke? I mean, technically I haven't had a stroke, but I have had something like that have happened to me before, but that was like, granted, at the time I thought I was having a heart attack, but it turns out it was just severe swelling of the brain, swelling of the spinal cord, meningitis, and encephalitis of the brain and spine, which technically I was dying from. So, first I go home and change. You go first, okay? Okay, I'll wait for you there. Now the cycle grows, I can try my hand at finding a friend again. This time it'll be different. I can feel it. Okay. Feel like I'm stuck in a loop. Anyway, going to clubs, make friends, but I wonder if it's all for nothing. I guess it's best to keep trying. Third time's charm. Music or art? Okay, let's see what's that music. Ah, she's playing beautiful. Okay. Okay. Go inside. Or not? Kind of reminds me of the boss music from Robo Warrior. Hello. Hello. Okay, Veronica. Okay, nice to meet you. Sorry to bother you. You play so nicely. No, it's okay. I wanted to take a break anyway. I've been practicing for 2 hours. Did you come to practice the piano too? No. Actually, I would like to learn to play the piano, but I have no talent. You shouldn't think like that. If you work hard enough, maybe in 5 or 10 years, you'll be as good as me. 5, 10 years? When you say practice stuff, how much are we talking about per day? At least 6 hours a day is enough, but 8 hours a day would be better. Okay, I have other things I want to do. I'll probably play half an hour. 8 hours, oh. Then I wouldn't have time to play any video games. Then try another instrument. What instrument can I learn? Try violin, cello, guitar, flute. We have them all here. I personally love playing piano and the violin. You play violin too. Wow. I have to go back to playing soon. My fingers are getting cold. Come back when you have decided on an instrument to learn. Can I ask you one more thing? I don't mind. What do you want to ask? Yeah, how old were you when you first started playing? You've probably been playing your whole life. Huh. I think I've been doing this since I was 3. Holy shit! How could you even reach the different keys? That seems a bit too early. But that's the thing. I know there's a lot of people that are super athletic. And yes, I know it's kind of unreasonable for me to want to be in shape right away. But it's like mainly an issue of self-esteem and other things and just general health. But it's not like, oh, I expect things to be easy. It's just I want to feel like it's more possible. It's like I feel like things as they are, as the quote-unquote hard way of doing it, I feel like is just more than what I'm actually capable of doing. That being said, most people that are athletic and are in shape and are athletes have been athletic since they were children. They were athletic since kids, and they have diligently worked at it their entire lives. That's incredible. So you don't have any other hobbies or interests? Music is all I need. I hardly ever leave this room. I plan to study at conservatory in the future. Well, it sounds like you're planning to make a career of this to make money off of it. Good for you. You have to be good at it for that. But I don't know if I'd want to spend that much time on it. I usually feel like school is a waste of time. I wish I could spend more time on music. Isn't it tiring to play the piano so much? Don't you ever get bored? Why would I get bored? On the contrary, I get more bored when I'm not playing the piano. Oh, you are very fixated. It gets good to do what you love. I wish I could find what I loved. You said you never played piano. Maybe you would like it. I'll give it a try. Can you help me with something? What can I help you with? There's a girl who keeps following me. Why is she always following you? I don't know. She's obsessed with me. She didn't act that way when I first met her. Then she started doing all kinds of weird stuff. Huh. So she follows you all the time. This is giving me inspiration. Interesting. And then she always gets between me and people. Did you remember I exist? Are you listening to me? Yes, I'm listening. You were talking about Rosen? What? What the hell did I... Rosen for the violin? Wait. It's supposed to be resin? Isn't that supposed to be an R-E? But that's that... I don't know how to describe it. It's the stuff that looks like fucking Flex Seal, okay? That you apply to the chords of a violin, because you're not supposed to just have the bow straight on the chords directly. You have to apply a type of resin to it. But wouldn't that be spelled R-E-S-I-N? I didn't say that. Well, never mind. Looks like this girl also went nuts from playing piano all the time. Well, weekends sometimes very difficult. Like a piano competition, I bet you won the first place. No, I didn't. Ray won first place. The boy is pure talent. Unlike him, I have to work hard. I'm tired of losing it all the time. When I was a kid, I always came first in competitions. But one day, the boy suddenly took the center stage. People don't pay attention to me because of him. I'm always in the background. I think you might be obsessed with him. What? Never. Me? No. No way. No, as if. You can beat Ray. I believe in you. You're too kind. Thank you. But don't you think it's bad to be so obsessed with your goal? Why would it be bad? I'm doing what I love. Don't you have a dream? Something you want to do? I guess I haven't decided yet what I want to do. There are so many possibilities. What do you want to do in your spare time? What do you do in your spare time? Do you go out? Have friends? Right? Not really. I spend most time at home. I don't have many hobbies other than playing video games and watching anime. I'm not talented like you. I'm not talented either. I told you that. I work hard. I'm not doubting that you do work hard. In fact, you sound like you work extremely hard, more than what I feel is possible for me to do or desirable. But on top of that, I also feel that you do have a lot more skill than you are giving yourself credit for. Maybe we're all fooling ourselves. It's hard to have things. I feel as if I'm being locked up in a cage. Actually, all people build a cage around themselves, and then we try to get out of it, but it doesn't work until something happens. So, playing piano doesn't make us free. Is that what you're saying? But I feel free when I do it. Pretty much. Okay. Again? I just have had it with all breaking the windows. You wait here. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. I guess I'll try to clean up. Okay, prelude in C minor. There's so much glass, I'd be careful. I wonder what person that would be. Would it be like Bach or Debussy or Mozart? As I struggle to think of composers. Better be careful. Am I supposed to do things? What am I supposed to do? Okay. What do you want? What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what's expected of me. This supposed to be a trash bin over here? Ow! Fucking fuck you! Should go to the infirmary and stop the bleeding. Why am I this fucking clumsy? What? I don't understand. All I did was try to clean the floor, be clumsy, go get some Band-Aids so I don't bleed everywhere. And now, I don't know. What? High blood pressure? I'm sorry. I've been stressed out. I guess when I, cut myself on the fucking knife, I guess I may have sprayed a bit. I don't think I nicked an artery, did I? Well, that's not a coincidence. What is this? And we have pictures of Laura down there. I was in the infirmary. I accidentally cut my finger. Of course you did. You also ruined my sheet music accident, right? I'll print you out a new one. A new one? Please go away. There's blood everywhere, freak. Well, why are you wearing a mask in the building? New kid, you don't know how this school works. You won't attempt anything without my knowledge again, right? Attempt what? Oh. I got it. That was you. You're the one who wrote the fucking shit in blood. We good? Whoever caused trouble with the press mission pays price. So you're the one who wrote the fucking blood. So let me get this straight. You're in a relationship with Beatrice. So you are in a relationship with Beatrice, the swim person. But you're also secretly banging Veronica in the library and in the locker rooms of the swim place. And Hitomi watches you banging Veronica behind Beatrice's back. You also appear to have a little bit of a gang. Because what you did was pretty funny. Later. What do you mean what I did? What is happening? Are you not the one who wrote blood on shit? Or was that Laura and then you think it was me? And aren't you banging Veronica behind your girlfriend's back? Or is it the person in the art room that I haven't been at to meet yet? Or is it the teacher? What is happening? I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Still, tomorrow I want to try my luck for one last time. I have a good feeling. In red. Okay. It's so cold. I'm freezing. I'd better go down for breakfast. Oh, and Mom is dead. Well, that sucks. Where's Mom? She went on a business trip. I don't know. She was always going on business trips. Will Mom be back? I don't know, Lunar. It's so cold. Miss Daisy wants to speak to you. What does she want to talk about? Are you in trouble again? It's not like that. I think it's something about class. Your mom can go talk when she comes back from the chilp. Okay. I'm going to school. Okay. Honestly, healthier interaction than real life. Yay for bitching about the past. I'm going to late school and Ryuji's really looking for an excuse to beat me up too. Luckily we have English class day. Miss Daisy, you're nice. You know we could just make his legs bend the other way? I mean, that would fix this, right? I never would like to go to swimming club again. I would have liked to go to swimming, but why does the Ryuji guy keep showing up? I wish I could kill him. He deserves it after what he did to me. I mean, he did shove me to the fucking concrete. Though, are we overreacting just a tiny bit? I mean, the people in my own school life were far, 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 far worse. And I never tried to kill any of them. Veronica is very talented, but she's kind of obsessive. Laura hadn't come and ruined everything. I could have learned to play an instrument. I hate this school. Go to school. Well, we didn't talk about Hitomi at all, and I haven't been to art class yet. Club. It's cold. I better in class before Laura gets here. She might have died at the amusement park. Take care of yourselves, my dears. How was your date, Miss Daisy? It went great. I don't know if that's sarcasm. Did it really go good, or are you just putting on a brave face and your date would look terrible, but you don't want to really say anything? Then again, you're a teacher. You shouldn't be talking about your love life or any of that stuff to your students. I guess I'll take a walk around the school. Okay. Yay, again. The same thing will happen, just let's fight with anyone anymore. I'll just get rid of this loneliness. Why is it so hard? Wherever I go, it follows me, but I still want to give it one more try. Hey, it's a life of Lunar, continuing to try, knowing that no matter what I do, I will always fail. But hey, just keep trying, right? Why would I yell that? Honestly, in this situation, what I'd probably do is, if I come into a place and someone's really, really focused on their painting, I don't want to disturb them. What if I make them accidentally fuck up on their painting? I'd ruin their whole fucking day, maybe even a week, depending on how long they've been working at it. So how about I just go in there? Usually our club has some books on art. So how about I just sit in a stool somewhere around here, pick up one of the art books, and just quietly read it. I mean, yeah, this would be the normal thing to do in this situation. What a normal person would do is if you walk in to an art club and you see someone already painting, you don't introduce yourself because you're bothering them. Usually what you do is this: well, I want to talk to them, but they're busy right now. So I will be polite and courteous, and I will give them time to notice me when they are comfortable. So I will just sit down like 10 feet away from them in a chair. I won't make any noise. I'll just grab an art book and I'll just quietly read said art book. And whenever they look up and decide to notice that I exist, they can introduce themselves to me, and then I can have a nice conversation with them. Hello. Why am I being so loud about this? I really want to learn about art. What? Like, that's not how, like... Am I just... Why would I be so loud? Like, normally, like, the person's like, hello, my reaction should be, oh, hey, yeah, I saw you were painting something. I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want to mess you up or anything. That being said, you look like you were really into it. My name's Lunar. What's your name? Also, I'd like to learn about art, but I don't know where to start. Will you let me join? This sounds a bit needy and desperate. Who are you? Why would we... My name is Lunar. I just came to this school. But I hate this school. I hate these people. Is it because I came here last? Is it that I have an extra... So do I have an extra nice reaction to people if I go to a place first? Like, if I'd come to this class first, would I have been getting heart reactions from her? So do I get, like, same way if I'd gone to the Veronica music place first, would that have gone better? Just wanted to find friends. Stop yelling. Will you shut up? Did Beatrice send you? Like, I mean, obviously, yes, it's normal that we're probably a bit frustrated, but why would we be expressing it like this? She doesn't know what's going on. This is not a good first impression. Make. You don't talk about your, like... For example, I've had depression my whole fucking life. Granted, I've never taken medication for it, but I'll tell you this. I have never told anyone I've been in a relationship about it. Because why on earth would I bother people about that? Besides, at that point, it's not a very emotionally healthy way to start things either. I mean, it just... I don't know. It just seems creepy to do that. Like, why would you talk about that? But yeah, this situation, like, yeah, obviously, yeah, we're upset about, oh, can we join clubs? But, you know, you don't like, oh yeah, the last 3 clubs I went to burned down and everyone died. No, it's like, hey, I saw you were painting something. But yeah, it's probably depends on what order we go to. So whatever club we go to last is probably absolute shit. So like if I went to the swim club last, it probably would have went really, really badly. Also, maybe like whatever, like we had that little mini game where I could have tried to respond to things, but I don't know if like what I was supposed to push. I was pushing the analog stick. Maybe I need to push the D-pad. Maybe I'd have a running round option like that if I'd gone here first. Maybe things would have gone really well with Veronica if I'd gone there first. No, even Beatrice doesn't care about you. You don't understand. I went through so much terrible stuff. What are you talking about? Enough. Are you letting me down too? I mean, it's not her fault. I mean, from her perspective, we're just some crazy dude who came in yelling. I mean, and besides, this is putting a little bit too much pressure on her. Like, she just met us. Okay, then. Help, help. Can anyone hear me? Okay, I don't understand why you're yelling. Didn't my character just get up to leave? All I did was leave. Careful, you're on a trip. Are you okay, Lunar? You look pale. I can take you to the infirmary if you want. Are you sick? Should I call your parents? No, sir, I'm fine. I just don't want to miss the bus. You could have taken the next one. Why is such a hurry? The girl you were talking about, Laura. I went to talk to you about her. I really have to be going, sir. I'm sorry. But, okay, let's talk tomorrow then. Be careful running. Traffic is bad. See you, Mr. Davis. Okay. It's all over. I have failed. Hey! Oh, it took me this long to recognize it. Chainsaw Man. It's a Chainsaw Devil. That's what's on the screen. We're watching Chainsaw Man. It's all over. I have failed. I'm going to get kicked out of this school too. Mom said we had nowhere else to go. Father, will we get so mad? He'll start beating me again. How did I end up here? It's all Laura's fault. I better have a word with her tomorrow. Or maybe I have to do something else to get rid of her. Okay. I don't want to go to school. I just want to cut up on a blanket and play video games. I wonder if applications for schools abroad are open yet. I better go to school before Garlic gets mad. I have no other choice. He's probably dead. Nope, there he is. Is my mom here yet? No, Lunar. I don't want to go to school. I think I'm sick. I can't deal with you right now, Lunar. Get ready. I'll take you to school. But don't make me say it again. Okay, I'll get ready. We've been waiting for you, Lunar. Okay. I could understand. I could understand the girl who did the art class stuff, whose name I can't even remember. I made a very bad first impression of her. I went into a class and basically they said, "Oh, I feel, really upset and like everyone, I can't find friends," and then I obviously embarrassed myself in front of her, and then I fucking ran out. But even then, that's not much of a reason for her to be concerned. All I did was show up, be embarrassing, and then run away out of my anxiety. Hitomi, you wrote fan fiction about me, and then I told you, good job, and then I just didn't bother showing back up to the library. Beatrice, I literally showed up at the swim club. Your boyfriend assaulted me, knocked me down to the concrete, knocked me unconscious, and then I was carried unconscious to an infirmary. I don't see how you'd be upset with me at all. And Ryuji, weren't you the one repeatedly threatening to torture and kill me? And Mr. Davis, weren't you the one constantly talking about how you failed to ask a girl out 34 years ago? I received some complaints about you. I just got to this school. I heard he wrote something in blood of Veronica's sheet music too, sir. She couldn't come here because of piano practice. I always knew there was something wrong with that new kid. No, I don't feel good. Excuse don't fly, new kid. I thought I proved you can't just run away from me. What does all this mean, Lunar? Why did you lie to me about Laura? Okay, what about her? I didn't lie. It's all Laura's doing. Lunar, your yourself. I checked all the students' registries, but there's no one named Laura. But okay, main character has a split personality. Gotcha. Laura, can't believe I trusted you. I thought you were my friend. Okay, what do you have a problem with? All I did was not show back up after you wrote Yaoi, and it's been 2 days. If anything, it's kind of weird that you're overly offended that I didn't show up to the book club for 2 days. I literally have done nothing wrong to... the only person, Veronica, the thing with the blood, but again, it's just... Laura, are you okay? Okay, why is the dude on the left smiling and happy at me yelling? You're like, ha ha ha. Or did I pass out? Was that the sound of me passing out? Did somebody catch me? Am I going to hit my head? Do I have to hit a button? Oh, hi. The uniform does look nice on you. Yeah, it suits you. Where am I? You're finally awake. What is this place? The hospital. You've been here for over a month. Have you forgotten? Last thing I remember, I was talking to the teacher then. Then you fainted.
Yes. They kept you in the hospital. Now they know. What do they know? Also, why are you here? Why are you dressed like a nurse? It does look nice, by the way. Am I just really low in iron? Am I anemic? I'm probably just anemic. Do I need to live off Red Bull now? You already have the answer to all your questions. Nobody asked me, even if you ignore your memories. They've always been there. It's like, you need more Red Bull. Why are you still resisting? I don't know, because they don't sell Red Bull in 2 liters? Or milk jugs? How about a milk jug of Red Bull? Say it. Can't be. That's not possible. You guys remember Darth Vader? You know, the 5th Star Wars movie?
Which one is that? Not New Hope. The Empire Strikes Back. I said say it. We are the same person. I mean, I guess that explains why you look like my mom. I don't know. Exactly. The doctor's been trying to convince you for a month. It's understandable that you woke up just now, but I don't understand. You're so funny. It's totally normal. People act weird sometimes, and sometimes they go beyond weird and find themselves in an entirely new place. Day by day, we slowly lose what we have. Look at the bright side, at least you're still alive, but inside, you are dead just like me. Great! That's so fucking cheerful. On the bright side, you did have a stressful childhood, but it's not like I'm taking pity on you. I mean, you're literally me. You could be nicer about this. But you've been chasing me all the time. You said you love me. Don't make me laugh. I hate you. Don't you understand? Nobody loves you. Great. This sounds more like a normal, inner dialogue I would have with myself. Okay. Now that the story is now realistic. That's why they put you in here and left. Just like they left me. You're pathetic. Haven't wised up one bit after all that. Still crying, still whining, asking ridiculous questions. You are weak. Stop it. Weak. Shut up. I got sick of pretending. Please love me. Please love me. Who the hell talks like that? You can't get away from me. Okay? Just look at yourself. You've always been the weaker of the two of us. So let me take your place already. I want to be closer to you. I have a sanity bar? What is this? Amnesia: The Dark Descent? Talking again, you are not the hero in this room. You understand? All you had to do was listen to what I said. You had to get rid of them. I didn't do anything to you. You did. You all did. You were all guilty. You look pathetic. Let me take control already. This doesn't mean anything anymore. I'll take care of the rest. You're broken. Well, I'm bleeding, apparently. Just stop. You already lost all. You made me do this. I'm here because of you. So now it's my fault? You're the one's fault. Don't you remember what you saw? Isn't that why you created me? Weren't you angry at what was done to me? After what you heard? Maybe that was like why I'm angry. I can't forget what I went through. That's why I didn't deserve any of this. Remember the day we rode our bikes and went to the pond? Well, I don't remember that. Right. You're not him. You were supposed to kill Marcel and Hitomi too. I'm struggling to remember who Marcel is. Is Marcel the art person? But you got scared when Hitomi turned out to be a pervert. She's just as disgusting as her dad. How do I know her dad? I think I'm going to be sick. How? Ask him. Ask all of them. Okay. Give it up. You're not real. You're not the real Laura. Real, let me tell you what's real. No one loves you.
Yeah, I have accepted that. I don't care. Wherever you went, you couldn't be friends with anyone. You were a troubled person, just like him. We're nothing alike. Still not getting what I'm talking about? Then let me be more blunt. You have nothing special about you. No hobbies, no friends. No one cares about you. You don't even exist to them. You're invisible. Yeah, that's normal. Doesn't everyone feel that way, right? Nope, that was a really bad choice. Yeah, right, a special nutcase. I didn't expect you to last this long. Laura, please. You can stop now. I can if you give me control. There's no other way. They can't be saved like this.
Can't you see you're making me suffer like this? I'm sorry, Laura. I realize how hard your life can be with a stalker after you. I promise I won't hurt anyone, because that's how we make things worse. I don't know what to say. Even though I've ruined all your relationships, you're still full of life. I can't trust you. This story cannot end like this. Please tell me how to break the curse. How do I put you to the rest without hurting anyone? If the real Laura was here, she wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. Laura's not here, so stop being such a pussy. If you won't do it again, do it willingly. Then I'll just have to take your body by force. Too bad I can't do a save. Little snitch. Now it's over. And da-da-da. Laura has taken over your body. You lost. Joe. Our great war, spiritual war, our great depression is our lives. Was that a Fight Club reference? Oh, this is interesting. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this game. How has it been 2 hours and 40 minutes? Well, I hope everyone has had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.